Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today we're doing a deep dive on Lucknow. And I have to say, getting ready for this one, I had no idea how much there was to learn.
Oh, yeah.
I was really only familiar with the food, which is amazing,
Right.
but there's just so much history and culture that we're going to uncover today.
Well, most people kind of associate Lucknow with kebabs and biryani,
Yeah, for sure.
and they wouldn't be wrong. The food is incredible,
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
but there's a whole other side to the city that's just as captivating.
Absolutely. And it's funny you mentioned the kebabs and the biryani. That's what I think of too. But have you ever heard of the word tiyab?
Oh, yeah.
That's where the real magic of Lucknow lies. And it's something that I was not really familiar with at all before this.
Yeah.
It goes way beyond just being polite. It's a whole way of life woven into the very fabric of the city.
Yeah. Tea is all about refined etiquette and a deep-rooted culture of respect, which stems from the Mughal period and the Nawabs who ruled Lucknow. And it's fascinating how this concept continues to shape the city's social interactions even today.
Oh, wow. So are we talking about like Nawab Asaf-ud-Daula, the one who made Lucknow kind of a cultural hotspot?
Exactly. Nawab Asaf-ud-Daula, his influence is still felt today.
Wow.
He was a huge patron of the arts, and under his rule, Lucknow flourished as a center for poetry, music, and all sorts of creativity. It's like he laid the foundation for the city's artistic soul.
Yeah.
And that legacy is still alive and kicking.
Oh, that's so interesting. So, I was reading that Tehzeeb, it's not just about saying the right things. It's reflected in how people carry themselves, their gestures, the way they interact with each other.
Right.
It's almost like an unspoken language.
You hit the nail on the head. Imagine being in Lucknow and observing people interact. You'll notice a grace and courtesy that's subtle but ever-present.
Okay.
It's not about rigid rules. It's a natural flow of respect.
Interesting.
There's actually a story about this. A Nawab once refused a glass of water from a servant because the servant held the glass with his fingers on the rim.
Oh, wow.
The part where the Nawab would drink from.
Oh.
That story perfectly captures the nuance and intricacy of Tehzeeb.
Wow, that's a great example.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's switch gears and talk about landmarks, because when I think of Lucknow, the Bara Imambara instantly comes to mind.
Yeah.
It's not just a mosque. It's this incredible architectural masterpiece, right?
Absolutely.
It's just so beautiful.
It was built in 1784 by Nawab Asaf-ud-Daula.
Okay.
The Bara Imambara is a breathtaking blend of Mughal and Awadi architectural styles. Visually, it's stunning with its intricate carvings, soaring arches, and a grandeur that's hard to put into words. But it's not just about aesthetics.
What else makes it so special?
Well, inside, there's this mind-boggling labyrinth called the Bul Bulaya.
Okay.
It's a maze of interconnected corridors and staircases designed to challenge and intrigue visitors.
Oh.
People get lost for hours in there.
Wait, so there's a real maze inside this historical landmark.
Yeah.
That's definitely going on my bucket list.
It's an experience you won't forget.
Wow. Okay, so we've got the Bara Imambara, and then have you heard about the Chota Imambara?
Yes, the Imambara of Nawab.
Oh, that's what it's called? Okay.
It's smaller than the Bara Imambara, but it's just as beautiful and ornate.
Okay, and then there's also the Rumi Darwaza, which I've heard is a must-see as well.
Yes, definitely.
So what makes the Rumi Darwaza so significant?
Well, the Rumi Darwaza is this towering gateway standing as a symbol of Lucknow's rich architectural heritage.
Okay.
It's a visual treat and a reminder of the city's glorious past. It was built to resemble a Roman gateway, hence the name Rumi Darwaza.
Okay.
And it stands as a testament to the Nawab's fascination with different cultures and architectural styles.
That's so cool. Okay, I have to ask, let's talk FO.
Yes.
Because honestly, would it even be a deep dive into Lucknow without discussing the food?
Right?
Visiting Lucknow and not indulging in the food is practically a crime. Wouldn't you agree?
You're absolutely right. Lucknow's food is legendary, and for good reason.
Yeah.
It's not just about the individual dishes. It's about the history, the techniques, the stories that are passed down through generations of cooks and chefs.
Right. So picture this.
Yeah.
You're walking down the streets of Lucknow, and the aroma of tunda kebab, galudi kebab, and biryani just fills the air.
Oh, yeah.
You're surrounded by street vendors and bustling markets, and the smells are so tantalizing that you can't resist trying everything.
And each of those dishes has a fascinating story behind it.
Yeah.
Take tunda kebabs, for instance.
Oh.
They're famous for their melt-in-your-mouth texture, and they're made with a secret spice blend passed down for generations. Legend has it that they were created by a chef with only one arm who used over 100 spices to achieve that signature tenderness.
Wait, one arm?
Yeah, one arm.
That's incredible.
It's amazing.
Okay, what about the galudi kebabs? What makes them so unique?
Those were supposedly created for a Nawab who had lost most of his teeth.
Oh, wow.
The name galudi actually means melt in your mouth, which is exactly what these kebabs do.
Oh.
They're incredibly soft, made with finely minced meat and a blend of spices that's said to have included over 150 different ingredients.
Wow.
And then there's the Lucknowi biryani, which uses a completely different cooking method and flavor profile from other biryanis you might have tried.
Yeah, it's all about those subtle nuances and those regional variations.
Exactly.
So I bet the biryani is cooked with a special blend of spices that gives it that unique Lucknowi twist.
Exactly. The Lucknowi biryani is known for its dum-cooked cooking style,
Okay.
where the ingredients are slow-cooked in a sealed pot over low heat.
Okay.
This method allows the flavors to meld and intensify, resulting in a biryani that's incredibly aromatic and flavorful.
Wow.
And unlike other biryanis, the meat and rice are cooked separately and then layered together,
Oh, interesting.
creating a beautiful presentation and a symphony of textures and tastes.
Oh, wow. It sounds amazing.
It's really good.
And of course, we can't forget about the sweets.
Oh, this
Lucknow is a paradise for anyone with a sweet tooth.
definitely.
I've heard so much about petha, lassi, and makan malai.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me what's so special about these Lucknowi sweets.
Petha is a translucent, melt-in-your-mouth candy made from ash gourd.
Okay.
Yes, you heard that right, ash gourd.
I never would have guessed that.
Yeah, it's flavored with rose water or saffron and has a delicate sweetness that's unlike anything you've probably tried before. And then there's makan malai,
Okay.
which is this incredibly light and airy dessert that's like a cloud of cream and sugar.
Oh.
It's made from the froth skimmed off of milk and then churned with sugar and spices.
Wow, makan malai sounds absolutely divine. I'm definitely adding that to my list of things to try.
It's really good.
You know, it's amazing how Lucknow's culinary scene is a reflection of its rich history and culture.
Definitely.
It's not just about satisfying your hunger. It's about experiencing a legacy of flavors and techniques passed down through generations.
Absolutely. And you know what else is surprising about Lucknow? It's a city that truly celebrates poetry.
Oh, yeah.
You don't see that every day.
Right. You mentioned earlier that Lucknow has this deep-rooted culture of tehzeeb, which extends to its art and literature.
Yes.
So tell me more about how poetry kind of fits into this picture.
Well, what's fascinating is that poetry is deeply ingrained in Lucknow's culture.
Okay.
It's used to express emotions, ideas, and to connect with others on a deeper level. Think of it like this. In a society that values refined communication and eloquent expression, poetry becomes a natural form of communication.
It's like poetry is in the air you breathe.
Exactly.
Interesting. And I've heard that Lucknow is famous for its musharas, these lively poetry gatherings.
Yes.
What are those like?
Imagine a room filled with people from all walks of life, united by their love for language and the power of words. The atmosphere is electric with anticipation as poets take turns reciting their verses,
Yeah.
their voices painting vivid pictures of love loss, longing, and the beauty of life. The musharas are more than just gatherings. They're cultural events where people come together to share their stories, their emotions, and their perspectives on the world through the art of poetry.
That sounds amazing.
It is.
Now tell me about the Lucknow style of poetry. What
Yeah.
makes it so unique?
Lucknow has a long and illustrious history with some of the most renowned poets in India.
Okay.
The city's style of poetry is known for its elegance, its depth of emotion, and its focus on themes of love, beauty, and the human condition. It's not just about the words themselves, it's about the way they're delivered, the pauses, the inflections, the way the poet connects with the audience on an emotional level.
And of course, we can't talk about Lucknowi poetry without mentioning Mirza Ghalib, one of India's most celebrated poets.
Of course not.
So what was his connection to Lucknow?
Mirza Ghalib was a frequent visitor to Lucknow and had a close relationship with the Nawabs.
Okay.
He was drawn to the city's vibrant cultural scene and its appreciation for the arts. In fact, he even wrote about the city and its people in some of his most famous works.
So his poetry kind of offers us a glimpse into what life was like in Lucknow during his time.
Exactly.
That's fascinating. What kind of themes did he explore in his poems?
He wrote about the grandeur of the Nawabi court, the elegance of tehzeeb, and the deep emotions he experienced during his time in Lucknow. His poems are filled with longing, separation, and a deep appreciation for the city's unique charm.
Wow.
One of his most famous couplets, Dilinadaman tujhe hua kahai. Ahir is Dards ki dawa kahai,
Okay.
which roughly translates to, "Oh, naive heart, what has happened to you? What is the cure for this pain?"
Hmm.
Perfectly captures the melancholy and beauty that permeates much of his work.
It's like we're getting a poetic tour of Lucknow through his verses.
You could say that.
It's amazing how food, architecture, and poetry all come together to create this rich tapestry that is Lucknow.
It's a city that truly engages all your senses and leaves a lasting impression.
Yeah.
It's a place where history, culture, and artistry blend seamlessly, creating a vibrant and unforgettable experience.
All right, we're going to take a quick pause here, but don't go anywhere.
Okay.
When we come back, we'll continue our deep dive into Lucknow with even more fascinating insights and stories that you won't want to miss.
It's amazing how food can be such a powerful window into a city's soul. And in Lucknow, it's not just about the taste, it's about the tradition.
Right.
The techniques that have been passed down for centuries.
Yeah. You mentioned earlier that there's a lot more to those kebabs and biryani than just their amazing flavors. I'm dying to hear more about that.
Well, take the tunde kebabs, for example. They're made with a secret blend of spices.
Right.
And the recipe has been closely guarded for generations.
Wow.
The kebabs are so tender that they melt in your mouth. It's said that the recipe uses over 160 different spices.
160 spices. That's incredible.
I know.
But I'm curious, how did these legendary kebabs even come to be?
Well, legend has it that they were created by a chef named Haji Murad Ali, who had only one arm. He was determined to create the most tender and flavorful kebabs imaginable, and he spent years experimenting with different spices and techniques. The result was the tunde kebab, a culinary masterpiece that has become synonymous with Lucknow.
It's like a story out of a movie.
I know, it's pretty amazing.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
What about the galudi kebabs? You mentioned they were created for a Nawab who couldn't chew properly.
That's right. These kebabs were designed to be so soft that they practically dissolved in the Nawab's mouth.
Wow.
The secret lies in the use of papaya paste and a blend of over 150 spices, which tenderize the meat to an almost unbelievable degree.
It's fascinating how the chefs in Lucknow were able to create such elaborate and flavorful dishes while also catering to specific needs and preferences.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and let's not forget about the Lucknowi biryani. You said it's totally different from other biryanis.
Yes.
So what's the secret behind its unique flavor and aroma?
It's all in a technique called dum puk, which involves slow cooking the biryani in a sealed pot over low heat. This allows the flavors of the meat, rice, and spices to meld and intensify,
Right.
creating a dish that's both delicate and robust in flavor.
Okay.
The rice is cooked separately in a rich broth infused with spices, and the meat is marinated for hours before being layered with the rice and cooked to perfection.
Wow.
The result is a biryani that's unlike any other.
So it's like a symphony of flavors carefully orchestrated and layered to create this incredible culinary experience.
Exactly. And the presentation of the Lucknowi biryani is just as important as the taste.
Okay.
It's often served in a traditional earthenware pot and garnished with saffron fried onions and fresh herbs.
Wow.
It's a feast for the eyes as well as the palate.
And of course, we can't talk about Lucknow without mentioning its incredible sweets.
The sweets.
I'm particularly intrigued by petha. You said it's made from ash gourd?
Yes.
I've never heard of that before.
Petha is one of Lucknow's most famous sweets, and it's made from the white flesh of ash gourd, a type of winter melon. The gourd is peeled, diced, and then soaked in lime water to remove its bitterness.
Okay. After that, it's cooked in sugar syrup until it becomes translucent and absorbs all those sweet flavors.
Wow.
The result is a soft, chewy candy that comes in a variety of flavors like saffron rosewater and even pancan.
Wow, that's amazing. I never would have guessed that a delicious candy could be made from a gourd.
It's quite a process.
And what about makan malai? You said it's like a cloud of cream and sugar.
Makan malai is a truly unique dessert that's known for its ethereal texture. It's made by skimming off the cream that forms on top of boiling milk, then churning it with sugar and spices like saffron and cardamom. The process is incredibly time-consuming and requires a lot of skill, but the result is a dessert that's light, airy, and absolutely melts in your mouth.
Wow.
It's often described as dalat kichat, which means food of the gods, and it's easy to see why.
All this talk about food is making me seriously hungry. It's clear that Lucknow's culinary scene is a testament to its rich cultural heritage.
It really is.
This blend of Mughal influences Awadhi flavors and generations-old techniques. Absolutely, it's a culinary journey that you won't soon forget.
Now, shifting gears a bit, let's delve into the fascinating world of Lucknowi poetry. Because this city isn't just about tantalizing your taste buds.
Right.
It's about stimulating your mind and soul as well.
Right.
We touched upon those lively poetry gatherings called musharas earlier.
Yeah.
Can you paint a picture for our listener? What's the atmosphere like at one of these events?
Imagine stepping into a room where the air is thick with anticipation. People from all walks of life are gathered eagerly awaiting the words of the poets.
Okay.
Some are seasoned veterans, their voices carrying the weight of experience, while others are young and eager, their words brimming with passion and fresh perspectives.
Wow.
As each poet takes the stage, the room falls silent, everyone captivated by the rhythm and rhyme the stories woven with words.
Wow. It sounds like a truly immersive experience.
Oh, it is.
A celebration of language and the power of storytelling.
Yeah, and what's beautiful about these musharas is that they transcend social barriers. People from different backgrounds, religions, and social standings come together united by their love for poetry.
It's a testament to the power of art to connect people on a deeper level.
Absolutely.
And we mentioned earlier that Mirza Ghalib, one of India's most renowned poets, had a strong connection to Lucknow.
Yes.
What drew him to the city?
Ghalib was a man of refined tastes and a deep appreciation for art and culture. He was drawn to Lucknow's vibrant literary scene, its patronage of the arts, and its culture of tehzeeb,
Right.
which resonated with his own sensibilities.
So he fit right in.
Yeah, you could say that he spent many years in Lucknow immersed in its intellectual and artistic circles, and his poetry reflects the profound impact the city had on him.
So his poems offer us a unique glimpse into Lucknow's past.
Absolutely. His verses paint vivid pictures of the Nawabi court, the bustling marketplaces, the gardens and palaces, and the people who brought the city to life.
Can you share a specific example of how Ghalib's poetry captures the essence of Lucknow?
One of his most famous couplets about Lucknow is Ya nati hamari kismat ke vizali yar hota, agar ar jite rehte yahi intezar hota.
Okay.
Which translates to, it wasn't in my destiny to unite with my beloved. If I had lived longer, I would have spent my life waiting here in Lucknow.
Wow.
This verse speaks to the bittersweet emotions Ghalib experienced in Lucknow. He was captivated by the city and its people, but he also yearned for something more, something that remained just out of reach.
It's a beautiful and poignant reflection of his time in Lucknow.
It is.
It's amazing how his words can transport us back in time, allowing us to experience the city through his eyes.
Exactly. And it's a reminder that art has the power to transcend time and space, connecting us to the past and offering insights into different cultures and perspectives.
I'm noticing a theme here, food architecture poetry.
Yeah.
It all seems to be interwoven with that concept of tehzeeb that we talked about earlier.
You're absolutely right. Tehzeeb isn't just a set of rules, it's a way of life. A philosophy that permeates every aspect of Lucknowi culture, from the way people interact with each other to the way they express themselves through art and cuisine.
So it's about creating a harmonious and refined way of living.
Yeah.
Where beauty, respect, and grace are paramount.
Exactly. And it's this unique blend of cultural richness and artistic expression that makes Lucknow such a special place. It's a city that nourishes your senses, your intellect, and your soul.
All right, we're going to take another quick pause here to gather our thoughts and prepare for the final leg of our Lucknow deep dive.
Okay.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to our deep dive on Lucknow. You know, we've covered so much ground already, and I feel like I've barely scratched the surface.
Oh, there's always more to discover.
But it's clear that Lucknow is a city that really stays with you even after you've left.
It's true. It's what's so captivating about Lucknow is that it offers a glimpse into a way of life that values tradition artistry and a deep connection to one's heritage.
It's a reminder that sometimes the most meaningful experiences come from slowing down, savoring the moment, and appreciating the beauty that surrounds us.
You know, it's not just about checking off landmarks on a tourist list. It's about immersing yourself in the culture, engaging with the people, and letting Lucknow work its magic on you.
Precisely. It's about opening your senses to the aromas of the spice markets.
Yeah.
The vibrant colors of the traditional clothing, the sounds of laughter and conversation in the bustling streets.
It's like stepping into a different world where time seems to move a little slower, and where every interaction is infused with that special grace and warmth we've been talking about.
And that sense of tehzeeb that we've discussed, it's not just about politeness, it's about a deeper understanding of respect and empathy.
It's about treating everyone with dignity and consideration, regardless of their background or social standing.
Right.
It's about creating a harmonious society where people feel valued and connected.
Yeah, I think that's a valuable lesson we can all learn from Lucknow, regardless of where we come from or what our own cultural background might be.
It's a reminder that kindness and respect are universal languages that can bridge any divide.
Absolutely.
So to our listener, if you ever get the chance to visit Lucknow, I highly encourage you to do so. But don't just go for the kebabs and biryani. Go for the full experience.
Yes, go wander through the Bara Imambara and try to find your way out of the Bulbulaya.
Oh, yeah.
Go lose yourself in the bustling marketplaces where the air is thick with the scent of spices and the sounds of vendors hawking their wares. Go savor the sweetness of pitha and the ethereal lightness of Makan Malai.
Oh, yeah.
Go listen to the verses of the poets and feel the rhythm of the city in your heart.
Go experience the magic of Tehzeeb and bring a little piece of Lucknow back with you.
Because Lucknow isn't just a city, it's a feeling.
Right.
It's a way of life that teaches us to appreciate the beauty in the ordinary and to find joy in the simple act of connection.
And that's something truly special.
It is.
So the next time you hear someone mention Lucknow, remember it's more than just kebabs.
It's a city that will surprise you, delight you, and leave a lasting imprint on your soul long after you've left its vibrant streets.
Well, that about wraps up our deep dive on Lucknow.
It was a fascinating journey.
Thanks for joining us.